Hi there, guys. So I thought I would do a session on a series of blogs or vlogs based on excerpts from my book. Some of you may already know this book, Complete Confidence: How to Build the Confidence You Need to Enjoy Your Life. Now, I chose that title very carefully because it's not the confidence to be successful. It's not the confidence to win at work. It's not the confidence to win at relationships. It's actually the confidence in all those areas and to actually enjoy your life and thrive in it. Now, in the book, there's a 5-step journey which you can follow, but I'm not going to go into that today. What I'm going to share with you are some common traps that people fall into when they're thinking about managing their confidence. And this can be confidence in anything. It could be in terms of your confidence at your home life, your confidence in communicating with people, your confidence in doing a complicated presentation at work, that kind of thing. So this first session is going to look at confidence trap number 1. And this trap is believing that pushing through or just doing it is the answer. Now, true, it does sometimes work, but actually it doesn't always work, and it can often make the situation worse. So how's this work? Well, I know that something we hear from a lot of people when we're not confident is just get on with it. I'll give you a push and you'll be fine. Get on and do it. You'll be great once you get going. And does it work? Does it not work? Well, I am one of those people who, when someone says, is it X or is it Y? Does it work or does it not? I don't really like binary answers. So I think it's probably a better thing to look at when is something appropriate and when is it not. If we can ask ourselves, when is pushing through worth it? When is just doing it a good idea? And when is it not? Then we can make informed decisions and manage our lives better. Okay? I'm just trying to manage the glare from the window on my glasses, so excuse me if they're a little bit wonky. So let's have a look at this, shall we? Now, here's an example I often use in my workshops. Let's imagine you're standing on the edge of a riverbank, and down there your friends are swimming, and it's about a 4-foot drop to the water. When would it be okay for someone to push you in? And when would it not? When would it be the worst thing that could happen to you? What do you think? Just take a couple of seconds to think about that. When would it be okay for someone to push and when would it not? Now, a lot of you, and some people, when I've told this story, they've gone, never, never, it's never okay to push me. Absolutely never okay. People who feel like that probably got quite a high autonomy drive. I know I have. And it's, I had one person once go, oh my goodness, I've just realized why I never allow my dad to stand near me when I'm on a height, because her dad used to push her in the pool all the time to get her in there, thinking that once she was in there, she was okay. Now, let's have a look. When would it be okay? When would it not? Well, in my mind, there's only one possible occasion when it's okay. When you've been in that river before, the water's warm, your friends are in there, you know you're in there, you know you can swim, you know you're 100% safe once you've got in. It's just that little jump in that's the issue. And you can't quite scrunch up the nerve to do it. And then what you might do is you might turn to your friend and go, give me a little nudge, would you? And just get them to help you in. Notice that there's a few things there. There's the certainty of safety, and there's an issue of consent as well. Now, in that rare occasion, it might be okay. Every other time, what's going to happen is you push them in, they're in there, they're shocked, they're surprised, their unconscious remembers it, and however much fun they have once they're in there, the next time they're standing up on that bank, what their unconscious brain is going to remember is that moment of sheer fear and panic when they were pushed in, and it's going to stop them from ever doing that again. Interesting, isn't it? So let me give you another example of someone I worked with, and this example is actually in the book. Now, so there is a place for grit your teeth and do it. However, here's the thing. There are things called confidence thresholds. And these thresholds are places where your unconscious brain is going, you are not safe if you go any further. If you break that threshold and push yourself through it, what you're actually telling your unconscious brain is that whatever it says to you about that's not safe, you're not listening to it. Now, what do people normally do when people aren't listening? We shout louder next time. So if your brain says don't do it and you push yourself to do it, next time it'll shout even louder at you. So I'll give you an example. I was working with someone who was seen as a fairly good presenter, but I was working with her because something not a lot of people knew was that before every presentation, she was physically sick. She'd been gritting her teeth to do the presentation. She hadn't really liked the first one, and she'd pushed herself to do more and more in the belief that the more she did it, the better she'd get and the calmer she'd get. And actually, what happened was the opposite. It got worse. She started feeling nauseous before the presentations. Then the nausea started while she was preparing the presentations. And then even when she started to think about doing a presentation, she started feeling nauseous. This is what your brain does. If you don't listen to it and sort the problem out, it will make you worried earlier and earlier and make it worse and worse and more challenging if you push yourself through and ignore the thresholds. Bear in mind that fear or unconfidence is just your unconscious mind going, it's not safe, I don't believe it's safe. So what was the answer for her? Well, the answer was we followed the 5-step confidence journey. Of course, we did the mapping. We found out what was causing her to feel unconfident. We broke it down. We looked at it. We found areas of safe practice, and we gradually built up her confidence again. So she didn't have to grit her teeth. But the point of this little vlog is that when you find yourself gritting your teeth to do something, to do it, or after doing something, you go, phew, thank goodness that's over. Ask yourself, is it going to be easier next time, or is it in fact going to be harder? And do you need to pay attention to that confidence threshold and work out how not to break it again? Kathy Sirett of Complete Confidence and the Confident Leader Journey. And I hope you've enjoyed the blog. Find me on the Confidence Leader Journey, confidentleaderjourney.com website, and on LinkedIn and Instagram as Confident Leader Journey or Kathy Sirett. See you there.